today. From CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers.
There are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And the way they play.
Michael Dixon to kick.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Richie James on the return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. First time we get to see the 49ers offense behind their quarterback. Now in his 7th season as a pro from Eastern Illinois, it's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Down at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Raheem Mostert, the ball carrier.
These 2 rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the number 1 seed. Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. That catch good for only a couple. In last week's game for Kittle, there are the numbers. 10 catches, 93 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is number 1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
And unable to get downhill there, so take this up to about the 37. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Out now comes Russell Wilson in season number 9, 6-time Pro Bowler, as he gets set to lead this Seahawks offense.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and
here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Draw play. This is Carson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Williams made the tackle. A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
1st and 10.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll give to Hyde. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Yeah, that's good for a Seattle Seahawks.
On 1st down, it's Carson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
The tackle by Quan Alexander. A gain of a yard.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson.
At the 29-yard line.
That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
And that's good for a Seahawks.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
1st and goal from the 3. They'll try to run with Carson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal. And they sent that play backwards.
Hyde is the lone man in the backfield here on 2nd and goal. To throw is Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10.
comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
At the 20.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
49er ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. They'll run on first down. Carson, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. We'll give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Wilson's pass intended for Tyler Lockett. Incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. The 49ers have Richie James back deep. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
The 49er ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Garoppolo's pass.
Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
49er ball carrier.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down. And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
1st down, 49ers.
Back to the running game with Mostert. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was 2nd in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero, Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger, to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
9-yard line.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 39, Wilson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
What is that?
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
That play unable to get started thanks to the defense of Quan Alexander.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's caught by Penny.
Wilson's pass.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got it down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
35-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo, incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think, though, he's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch.
Good gain by Chris Carson, picks up a 1st down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
Now it's Carson. Room here to run. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Maybe the threat of Russell Wilson running the football there and him handing it off opened a little bit of a lane.
It does, and what also helps, his unselfishness. Because he's not a quarterback who's going to take it every time and pull it from the running back and keep it. He will hand it inside when the reads are correct.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
And that's good for another Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
10 more there and another 1st down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Dancing to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Dre Greenlaw on the tackle.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Wilson's pass intended for Phillip.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
The score is Seahawks 10, 49ers nothing.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline.
They're trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Chris Carson trotting back out there. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. 4th down now as San Fran's defense is strong in coverage.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to get this out to the 25.
Niners take over first.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Penny, a first down carry.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is Carson. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
The tackle.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run again with Carson. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he finds Penny. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, 49ers.
A play fake from Mostert, now Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Brings up 2nd.
On play action, it's Garoppolo.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
He was covered.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively, you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, good move. A field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 22.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
San Francisco.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Carrier taken down at the 11-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Coleman, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run with McKinnon. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Jerick McKinnon. His first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And that'll make it 13-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
49ers 7. Robbie Gould.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He gives it off to Carson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Tackled at the 46-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle by Quan Alexander. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
To Chris Carson.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They run it with Carson.
4-yard line. Wilson with the handoff to Chris Carson. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Good. And now it's a two-score game at 9, 16-7.
49ers 7.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a two-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28-yard line. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 35-yard line.
Garoppolo. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Carson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. He goes right back to Metcalf, this time complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
For a Seattle Seahawks.
1st down, a run with Hyde. And bulldozing through multiple tackles. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And Carlos Hyde, for the near term at least, going to get 2 chances a year to take on these 49ers, the team that drafted him back in the 2nd round of 2014. And he spent 4 years in San Francisco, rushing for close to 3,000 yards with 24 total touchdowns. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now Wilson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Wilson defers to Penny here on the draw. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now
out of the gun. Here's Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5.
Wilson's pass. Complete to Rashawn Penny.
There certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Myers' kick is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead.
19, 49ers 7.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman.
Garoppolo's pass complete to Taylor.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
2nd and 5. On the
Garoppolo again. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
San Francisco.
Offense.
Had some momentum going, driving down the field. That'll set him back 1st and 15.
I mean, that type of play, when you've got to go in your direction, shoot, my man Old Mo's arching an eyebrow at him right now. You've got me going. Keep me going.
It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10. at the 13-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This will be caught at about the 5.
Garoppolo's pass.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got it. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Wagner. Touchdown.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
What's the deal, dog?
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
As San Francisco gets set to go here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Quentin Dunbar. Touchdown.
There's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And that will bump the lead up to 26. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And our attention shifts here to the Seahawks defense. They've played excellent. Another stop here, that would just be the icing on the cake.
You definitely want to finish things off the way it's gone throughout the day. and it's gone awfully well for them. They don't want to give up any type of a fluke, any type of a big play here. That'll leave a bad taste in their mouth as they go in and celebrate.
Yeah, they want that good cake taste, right?
No doubt about it. That's 6-layer cake.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, 49ers.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Here we go.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gain of 9.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Seahawks, they move back over 500 now at